Good afternoon, all you wonderful douche nozzles and skanks. This is Shell 9002 here with another rant full of batshit craziness, whether you like it or not. So, one of my subscribers, the Man in Sync, sent me the link to this video about Floyd Mayweather issuing a racist and homophobic rant against Manny Pacquiao. Now, I'm not a fan of sports in general, let alone boxing. However, I do get pissed when racial and homophobic slurs are exchanged. And when I first saw this video, I was like, what in the holy fucking hell is this? I mean, and this is the issue that pisses me off. Now you know that Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, and the NAACP would be all over their asses if this was a white guy. But since it's a black guy raging against this Asian dude, I bet my refund check that they're not gonna do shit about it. For those of you who are having a hard time believing me, I've taken the liberty of pulling up the video so you can see for yourself. Enjoy, bitches. Ugh, come on.
Floyd Mayweather unleashed a profanity-laced racist and homophobic rant against Manny Pacquiao. The tirade made in a live internet video overnight comes as Pacquiao is promoting a November 13th fight at Cowboy Stadium against Antonio Margarito instead of Mayweather, who has refused to agree to a fight with Pacquiao after several rounds of failed negotiations. Here's a portion of Mayweather's comments in which he also repeats his claim that Pacquiao uses performance-enhancing drugs.
I'm on vacation for about a year. About a year or so, I come on vacation, then we don't cook that little young So the fans ain't gotta worry about me fighting the midget. Once I keep the midget, I want y'all to jump on my so y'all better jump on, y'all better get on the bandwagon right now. Because once I stomp the midget, I'm gonna make that make me a sushi roll and cook me some rice.
Now, in a statement given to ESPN.com, Pacquiao's publicist said, quote, "The video speaks for itself," unquote.
Ain't that the
Mayweather's
truth?
representatives did not immediately respond to requests for comment. Let's bring in Dan Raphael, who covers boxing for ESPN.com. Dan, what has been the reaction in boxing circles about Mayweather's comments?
Hey, Robert. Well, from what I've heard today from different people, people in the industry, as well as boxing fans who I chat with on ESPN.com every Friday, I think it's the same across the board, general disgust. Because, you know, it's one thing to try to hype up an event, try to hype up a fight, which, you know, they're not even hyping up a fight because it's not happening, because Mayweather won't sign the contract. But, you know, there's the sense that, you know, there are times where you, even in boxing, you can actually cross a line. And for him to say the things he said, and I saw the little clip that we showed, I watched the entire thing, and it was much worse even as an overall thing than the few clips that we showed. It was a good thing we had somebody, one of our fine producers, with that button to bleep everything out, because it got even more raunchy than that.
Dan, you know Floyd Mayweather very well. You've covered him for years. You know that he is a bright guy. He's clever. He knows how to promote a fight. But as you said, that this may have crossed the line. How surprised are you by these comments that we see from Floyd Mayweather?
You know, I was a little bit surprised, but Mayweather, the way that he's acted, the way he has surrounded himself with people who do nothing but yes him to death, and he thinks he can do anything, and because he made so much money over the last couple of fights, you know, particularly another huge bonanza that he made in May with the victory against Shane Mosley, that money is still rolling in from the upside that he had on the pay-per-view, that he just thinks that he can do anything he wants, and he doesn't have to answer to anybody. And, you know, maybe at the moment that's the case, but someday, you know, I'm a big believer in karma, and then what goes around comes around. That's my only thought about it.
Dan, Floyd obviously doesn't have a fight on his docket. Manny does. He's going to fight November 13th against Antonio Margarito. How do these comments from Floyd Mayweather affect future negotiations, if any, with Pacquiao?
Well, I think Manny, being the professional fighter that he is, it takes, you know, I'm sure he's heard about it by this point, and it's going to be impossible to avoid that, especially because today he was speaking to media members at the last stop on their media tour at Cowboy Stadium this afternoon, and so I'm sure that it was brought up to him in some fashion. But, you know, he'll do his job, which is to, you know, put that to the side for the time being, take care of his business if he can against Margarito on November 13th. And then after that fight, if Mayweather decides he wants to fight him and Pacquiao is able to win the fight against Margarito and they can actually come to an agreement, you know, I think then at that point, maybe the people around Pacquiao will remind him of these comments and use them to help motivate Pacquiao. Not that he needs the motivation, but it's just one other thing to help him do that.
That's ESPN.com's Dan Rayfield with the latest on Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. Thanks, Dan.
Thank you, Robert.
Okay. Now, this would be the part where I would have so much stuff to say, but Dan Rayfield pretty much said it all for me. So, not only am I going to post this as a video response to that video, but I'll actually post a link to it, just in case you can't access it. And that's about all I have to say. Till next time, bitches, I'm Lisa Shell, and I'll see you in hell. Peace the fuck out.